Alright, hey guys, my name is Alan Burning. I am 26 years old and I am joining the Navy. I ship out on March 16th of 2016, so in pretty much exactly 28 days. 4 weeks from now, I should be arriving at RTC in Great Lakes, Illinois, and starting my journey into the Navy, or at least starting the grueling part. So some reasons why I wanted to join is really I've always wanted to serve. Ever since I was even in middle school, I've had the desire to be a part of the military, but I've always found an excuse to not join. Um, when I was younger, it was my parents. They obviously had a slightly different plan for me: go to college, get a job, not do something dangerous like be in the military. But I've done a bunch of stuff since then, so they're totally supportive now, and I couldn't ask for more than that. I have, however, had college. I've had some years of college. The first I was in it was math and engineering, and I've gone for accounting and for psychology, but it just was never really for me. I did enjoy my time there, but really I had to move on, and I've tried other things. Like recently, I was at culinary school, and I've tried bartending, but none of those really worked out either. Um, I've actually spent some time as an over-the-road truck driver. Most of my 2015 was spent driving all over the country in a big rig 18-wheeler. Part of that was actually driving a tanker, half the time hauling hazardous materials and stuff. So that was really cool, but just one thing or another, and I moved on from that as well. And so really, I'm at the point where I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna join the military. It's what I really want to do, and if I don't do it now, I'm gonna regret it. And so here I am. This last December, just 2 months ago, I started talking to one of the Navy recruiters in the area. I live in Minnesota right now, in the Twin Cities. I'm originally from Ohio, and so I got talking with him, and he's been amazing. And I got depped in January. January 19th is actually when I got sworn in. It was a Tuesday. That Friday, I had gone to MEPS. Well, Thursday, but they had canceled some of the testing and whatnot, so I had to wait at the hotel all day, just watching movies, whatever. But so I went to MEPS on Friday. Took the shuttle at 5 whatever in the morning, brutally early, and did the whole thing. Did the ASVAB, did the medical, all the MEP stuff, all on Friday. I didn't finish until like 5 or 6 at night. It was terrible. It's such a long day. I actually didn't get finished either, because I guess 4 o'clock is like the cutoff for swearing in and whatnot. So I had finished one of the last interviews you have to do with your liaison and whatnot at MEPS, and then had to come back Tuesday to finish, because it was a holiday on Monday. So I came back Tuesday to finish the last like security interview or whatever, and then get sworn in. Excuse me. So I guess one of the things at MEPS that I actually enjoyed was the ASVAB. It was the first thing I had to do. I've always been a strong test taker, and it was actually kind of fun to me. I know people will think I'm insane for that, but whatever. I loved taking the tests at MEPS. It was a lot of fun. I actually scored a 98 on the AFQT, so my scores are pretty high. With that, though, the two rates that I was really picking between or at least sections, was CT for cryptologic and nuclear. And nuclear would be right up my alley because I've done engineering and I've got a math base. I've taken like 4 years of calculus and whatnot. So the nuke is right up my alley, but I'm a little old for it. I'm 26, so even with an age waiver, it probably wouldn't have gotten me in. But the other side of it is crypto, and that was one thing that I've always looked at, or not always, but since joining up, it's been one of the things that have been really interesting to me because I love language. And so I really decided to go more for the cryptologic, and I really was interested in Cryptologic Technician Interpretive, CTI, and that required taking the DLAB, which is the Defense Linguistic Aptitude, or Defense Language Aptitude Battery. Sorry, too many acronyms to remember. And so when I went back on the Tuesday to sign up, get sworn in and finish my security interview, whatnot, I took the DLAB, and I actually got a 140 on the DLAB, which is really high. So I'm totally stoked about that. I was able to get CTI, and so basically CTI are one of the positions in the Navy that are the spy guys. They're the Navy spooks. You get a top secret clearance. For the CTI specifically, you go to the Defense Defense Language Institute in Monterey, California, and you learn a language after your boot camp. Your A school is anywhere from 6 months to a year in Monterey, California, at the DLI, learning a language. And then from there, you will graduate, get, I guess, additional teaching in your electronics and whatnot to handle communication systems. And then you do spy stuff, and you decrypt foreign communications, and you intercept them, and who knows, stuff that you do can land on the president's desk. And so it's a really, really cool job, in my opinion. And so when you go to boot camp, one of the things that I will be doing there is picking my language. There's, I guess, 6 top languages right now, which are Spanish, Persian Farsi, Russian, Chinese, Korean, and Arabic. You need at least a 100 on the DLAB to qualify for these languages. Spanish, you need at least a 100. For Persian, Farsi, and Russian, you need at least a 105. And for the other 3, Korean, Arabic, and Chinese, you need a 110 or higher. Now, the DLAB is out of 164. So I passed that, but it's not an easy test if you're not good at language. If you've got a good grasp of grammar, and if you've had some previous foreign language training, it gets a lot easier, but I can go into that on a different video. So basically, I'm hoping to get Arabic. I'm hoping that is open. They have classes year-round, and it's sort of like a rolling thing. It's not set months start certain languages, so I'm hoping Arabic is open, but I like the challenge of potentially doing Arabic. So that's really all I have for this video. Just sort of my initial thoughts into why I'm joining the Navy. My screen just got rid of my light there for a minute. Some of my initial thoughts into joining the Navy, and really it's just meant to sort of document my progress throughout waiting to go to boot camp, graduating boot camp, going to A school. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube with other people who have been doing this and who have gotten out of the Navy and are now in civilian life but still make videos like this. And it's been really helping me, because really this is all I think about, that and watching TV, because I'm putting off packing. I'm supposed to be packing up all my stuff and getting it home and moving out of the apartment, because I won't need it anymore. But anyway, that's beside the fact. So I will hopefully be making more of these videos as it grows closer and closer to my ship date. If at all possible, I might actually make one on my ship date while I'm waiting for like the airplane and whatnot to take me to Great Lakes. Whoever watches the videos here can send me requests for videos, any random questions you might have that I can maybe answer, questions about the tests with the ASVAB and the DLAB. I know that the DLAB you have to sign an NDA, so there's not too much I can talk about the DLAB, but I can at least give a little bit of insight on maybe how to study for it or how to do better on it. I've dabbled in like 4 or 5 different languages, everything from French and Latin and Italian to I've dabbled in Russian, and even I took 2 years of Chinese in high school. So language is sort of my thing, along with math, which is why I do well in language. But so if anybody has ideas for videos, anything you want to see, send it my way. I'll see what I can do. That's about it for now. See ya.